Text, Dancing Disability Lab 2023. UCLA Kaufman Hall. Purple straps sit on the ground. A person rocks their arms, embraces, over an exercise ball. A masked dancer crouches, then rises. A dancer spins. Dancers collapse. Dancers make fluid movements in unison. Dancer lays on the ground, taps finger, looks around, then lays back down. Sire barbaric, he or she / they / see.
I am a multidisciplinary dancer based out of Seattle, Washington. And this will be my second year at the Dancing Disability Lab. There's been a lot of great work this year around sharing information and making space for multiple cultural contexts happening in the space. And I think that's been amazing.
Well, yum la beja, them / theirs.
From the lab so far, I would definitely say would be being more in depth with audio description. That was one of the first workshops actually that's kicked us off this week.
Akio Mausi.
I was fully blind for 6 years and I used to enjoy listening to football commentary. It gives you a tone and maybe you don't get exact movements in some ways, but you get a tone and emotion of that situation. So my point here is, what is audio description for everyone and what a blind audience expect from audio description?
An opening like a bird with wings.
A dancer flaps their arms.
And the movement is pushing up as I stand and shimmy as I stand.
Those beautiful circles. Slowly, woo!
Dancers make circular movements. One sits in a wheelchair.
The dancers fade away into the sunset.
Alex.
I'm going to be thinking with you all on horizontality and a lot of kind of internal motion. The way I navigate illness is by being horizontal. So we're going to be very horizontal. Most of this is going to be floor work. I'm going to give a couple prompts, but I want you to notice the edge of the vibration. What is the texture?
India Harville, she / her / hers.
And points of contact, it really changed not only my relationship to being horizontal, but it gave me a different exploration of verticality to still consider the points in contact.
Suzanne Cowan, she / her / hers.
Learning more about moving from places of pain. That was super informative.
Kayla Hamilton, she / her / hers.
To ask yourself or to surface the components of your life in relationship to your disability or culture.
Dancers right.
This is Kayla. If you would like a partner, please say my name and I'll come. That's all.
Alex Galazzo, they / them / theirs.
My hopes were to connect with people and to be in rooms where the body and the body's abilities were explicitly centered and disability was centered. And I was excited to see how that materialized in access needs being met or access being asked, and how that kind of shaped the room and shaped our time together. And I've been really excited seeing that and seeing the ways artists are inherently thinking about a vast array of abilities in the room and a vast array of access needs in the room.
Akila sits outdoors.
This is kind of first time I felt relaxed with my identity in this campus.
Just ring the bell that you can ring.
The seated dancers tap, clap, and pound to the beat as JJ sings.
There is a crack in everything. There is a crack in everything.
Maya Gonzalez, she slash her slash hers.
With other folks, and I knew that there were so many questions I had about disability as a identity, particularly as a political identity, and what it means to be a disabled artist, and the ways in which my practice needed to change in order to better accommodate my access needs. And so I was coming into this really hoping to get a lot of those questions answered.
Arm braces and finger rings.
I've made so much progress on my thinking about all of those, and it's so special to be in a space with other people who are thinking about similar things, who are asking similar questions, but who are coming at those questions with such different experiences. And I feel like there's so much crypt brilliance in this space.
The more we tap in to us, the better we are able to tap in to others.
Akila nods to Kayla.
This leads, for me, to collective access.
Because what you hold, we also need for our collective healing, and that's a part of collective liberation and collective access.
Today,
Vic Marks, she slash her slash hers.
Process to you, not in the form of a performance, but as a sharing of our work. The lab here has challenged values of urgency, productivity, ideas about authority, ideas about the importance of the product over the process. The lab has challenged singular ideas of form, of visuality, of the primacy of visuality, and of monolithic ideas about what rigor looks like. We have focused on being in relationship to ourselves, to one another, to non-human life, and to all that moves around us, and that has been an aesthetic center.
Three masked dancers, one in a wheelchair, create fluid movements with their arms. The middle dancer embraces the face of the dancer on the left. Another dancer behind him makes circular motions with their body. The three dancers at the front turn around. The dancer in a wheelchair approaches the dancer behind, the two raising their arms in unison and making sweeping motions.
They move forward, together, feet, devices, gazes, traveling. Three, in search of one, the sun.
With the other dancers posing still, one dancer spins, throws up their arms, and lowers to the ground, behind their body forward. Another dancer steps incrementally forward, one hand on their wheelchair. They make waving motions with their other arm.
India pouring soft water into a well, bringing up sustenance to self, to community.
Shireen Hamza, they slash them slash she slash her.
The lab has exceeded my expectations because I'm learning so much, not only about how to be together with people, but in community, in disability community, but also expanding my sense of what access even is and how we can make it an ongoing process for all of us. Yeah.
I feel that everyone has a lot of things to share. And I feel like, oh, this is what actually coming together in a disability scenario means.
JJ, they slash them slash she slash him.
I learned so much about myself, and I relearned so much about myself by being here.
Antoine Hunter, Purple Fire Crow.
Complicated relationship with being disabled, but in moments like these, I'm so glad I am.
Zana Simon, she slash her slash hers.
I didn't know what to expect when I got here, but I am leaving with appreciation for all of you and this experience.
And interpreter signs.
anytime that I get to be in a mixed ability space, it just kind of reminds me why I care so much about cross disability solidarity as like a pathway of getting free.
Text, Victoria, Vic. Marks founded UCLA's Dancing Disability Lab in 2019 in order to support dance makers with disabilities to dance and create together in the absence of other institutional support. Initially funded by UCLA's School of the Arts and Architecture and its Office for Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, Vic led this early iteration of the lab in collaboration with Rosemarie Garland-Thompson and Alice Shepard. During the COVID-19 pandemic, 2020-21, the lab continued online in collaboration with Rosemarie and Alice, and with additional funding from the National Endowment for the Arts and the Mellon Foundation. In 2022, Vic redesigned the DDL as a collective artist-led exchange that met in person at UCLA. Vic worked alongside India Harville, who joined the lab as an equity and access facilitator. JJ Almaga served as our access doula. The 2023 Dancing Disability Lab, documented here, was co-led by Kayla Hamilton and India Harville. JJ continued as the lab's access doula. Vic continued to serve the DDL as director and administrator. Vic, Kayla, JJ, and India are grateful to all of the Dancing Disability Lab's artist participants, from whom we learned too much to enumerate here. Lab participants: Syra Barbaric, Suzanne Cowan, Kayla Hamilton, Maya Quetzali, Shireen Hamza, Antoine Hunter, William Labeia, Zana Simon, Akila Vamalsi, Alex Velazzo. Facilitators and program support: India Harville, DEA consultant. Victoria Marks, facilitator. Kayla Hamilton, artist facilitator. JJ Onwaga, access doula. Pia Palomo, academic coordinator. Mihika Banerjee, admin assistant.